So I live in South Richmond. I live in Monterey Pines, also known as the Manor. Living in that part of the city, you know, it's right by Kennedy. You know, you hear a lot of gunshots, you see a lot of violence. You always hear the police coming in and out of my townhouses. Violence here in Richmond has grown throughout the years that I've lived here and that I've noticed. It's not something that seems to be hidden, but it's not something that seems to be made as a big deal here. It seems like it's like an everyday thing, like, oh, this person died, it's like, let's move on. It's not that safe to walk around Richmond. Recently, I walked around Richmond. I had a chain, they snatched it and they left. I'm kind of happy, like, I wasn't attacked, you know, I was so scared, I didn't know what to do. Here, we divide each other, divide into different groups, which I think we shouldn't do because everyone outside just see us as one group. Why are we fighting each other when we could be helping each other so other people that's outside won't have negative things to say about us?
I'd have to say the main issue probably with my neighborhood right now is drugs. A lot of people are overly influenced by, you feel me, just drugs in general. A little bit of the small issues is neighborhood-wise, like which areas you can and can't go to. And, well, my neighborhood's pretty good. Like, they welcome you as long as you don't start problems and do stuff like that. But if you go into another neighborhood, it's better to know people and, like, not just walk into a neighborhood and just not know anybody and they question you and try to check you and see where you're from and stuff like that.
Every time I'm inside North Richmond, I always hear gunshots. I always hear police sirens everywhere, especially since I live in front of the projects. Many people tend to be soldiers of the streets and depend on drugs, drug money. When I found out about the real truth in North Richmond and how it looked like, you know, it's a terrible place, you know. I don't really, from my perspective, I love that place, you know. I love North Richmond. I think of it as home, but most of the time, I always see people, you know, fighting for a gang, for a section, for a squad, for a hood, for a car, for a drug, for anything like that. All these Hispanic gangs and all these African-American gangs shooting at each other, you know, fighting each other for some drug money. The cops got in, you know, always got into some problems. Thank God I separated from that. I'm afraid at times, you know, afraid of when somebody would attempt to rob me, attempt to rob the house, attempt to rob anybody. You know, it's not pretty over there, but it's not impossible to change.